So we're out and I'm buzzing out my tits today, and I'll tell you why. Because for back-to-back weekends we've actually got sun, and not just that fake Scottish sun where it looks like it's warm but then it's Baltic. Actually sun, so it's warm. So last weekend, just for continuity wise, was the weekend I did that 2-night camp at St Mary's Loch. Tonight we're going up a munro. I say we, I've got a mate Stephen with me, which I'll introduce later on. We're up a munro that we've both actually done before in the past, but neither have camped on it. It's one of them ones where it's just, I remember the first time I came up here, I thought, Jesus, isn't this camped? So that's the plan today. So we're making tracks. As you've maybe seen in a bit of the footage, we're going up a hydro path, which, and just in case you haven't figured out where we are, we're in Arrochar. Hill behind us is Ben Vane, which was a recent one as a day trip me and Caitlin did on the channel. And this is its little neighbour, Ben Vorlich. So we're starting the fairly steep ascent now of these stairs on Ben Vorlich. When I get to the top, one thing I want to talk about today is my streak. So this will be month 9, or actually month 10, but I'm going away for the year. Month 9, I'll tell you at the top what that streak is. It's pretty cool. So 3 to go to complete the 12-month streak. And yeah, we'll show you. We've both got some wee tap tents to show you. And of course the views are just epic, hence why I picked this one. As you know, I'm all about the views. And one other thing we've got, well, today it was an absolute amazing cloud inversion in this area and throughout Scotland. Forecast is very much potential for that tomorrow, although, as you say, never come to the chickens. So let's hope for that. But above all else, it's just good to be out in the mountains, getting a wee hill walk. So we'll join you a bit further up. After I finish this, I'll need 10 minutes for the defib, get my breath back. Right, join you on the route and we'll show you what we've got ahead of us. So we're stopped no more than about halfway up, 450-ish. You can see where the plateau is behind us, that's about 700. This is a lot harder than it normally is for me. The heat is killing me today. I left my buff at home as well, so normally I'd be keeping my head cool, so I've just been using the streams to kind of put water over us. It's a tough old climb today, but we'll just do it at like 100 metres at a time, taking wee pauses and trying not to tire ourselves out too much. One thing I'll say is the views open up already are just, it is what you expect in Arrochar, just stunning. So we're going to push on. I'll check back in further up on the trail. Oh, another wee quick stop just to fill the water up. We kind of believe this is our last place for good flow water, so we'll just stop up now, and we've now got probably about 2.5 to 3 litres each on us. Just such a warm night, and we know we'll probably get kind of the startings of cramp later on, so yeah, gotta look at that view, eh? So we're about 650 up, so good chunk on, so we're going to push on. Probably the next one we'll be very close to the top, and then we can start showing you the pictures for the night. Looking awesome already, eh?
The little buzzing noise you've got in the background is the Hover X1 mini drone that Stephen's brought with him. He's used it a couple of times himself, but we thought we'd test it out on a couple of inclines just to see how it suits. It's a it's a potential style of drone I've been fancying adding to the channel myself, but not that version. DJI, I've just brought out a DJI Neo, which is a very similar style, which gives these kind of perspectives, rather than me having to get out my controller and then try and do a scramble or a bit of a climb, holding the controller in my hand, it can just flow. So it was just interesting to see how the thing worked, and I left the audio going just for anyone interested to hear how it sounds. So it's definitely one of them ones where you don't really want to be using it too much if you've got plenty of people around, because it can be quite intrusive compared to my little DJI Mini drone I have. Oh yes, we've had a good 20 minutes of walking around the area, and we've both decided on our own wee pitches. This will do for me nicely. So I'm going to get set up pretty much here, looking down Loch Lomond. Absolutely fantastic. We've just been up to the Trig. That's not the marked summit for this munro. We both tagged it, but at some point we will be up there. We'll probably get a wee drink up there to be fair and get the drone and stuff. But what we're going to do now is get my tent pitched, and I can properly show you the view of some absolute stunners on show tonight. A little bit hazy, but I'm hopeful that haze then creates this magical red glow. You know, I'm optimistic, let's say, yeah. So anyway, we'll join you back in a few minutes once our tents are up, and we can give you a view of mine. And I'll give you a view at Stevens, which is not what I said it was. It's not. I thought it was an X-Mid he was going in tonight, but it's not. It's a Hillenburg. So we'll give you a good nosy through that. Yeah, let's see. I'll check back in a wee minute. Oh, this is just mint. So going to get the bedding up. That's one of my standard routines. For the ones that know me know that's what I do. And then we can start showing you this absolute epic mountain. Standard sleep system for me. Seat at summit. Mat. I have my Trekology Aloof Ultra pillow. I've got my Rab Mythic Ultra 120 sleeping bag, which may be the last time I'm using that this year, and the Seat Summit Thermolite 5-bit reactor liner.
So we've decided to come up to the summit, like the true summit, rather than the wee trig just over there, so we can sit and get sunset. A little breezy, but it's lovely. Just keeping any kind of beasties off us. Oh yeah, this is, what a viewpoint, eh? Stunning. Yeah. This is what it's all about. That's us back for the summit. Just having a wee play about in our tents, just going over guy ropes and all that lot, you know. I'm going to sign off for the night. So the two things that I said I'm going to do in the video that I still haven't done, that I'll do in the morning. One was to give you a wee look round Stephen's absolute palace of a tent and his sleep system. And then two, I'm going to talk about a streak that I've been doing. Like I say, this will be month 9 officially of this year's streak. That you probably already guessed, I'm sure by now, and I have mentioned it in a couple of videos in the past. But I'm going to talk about it in the morning and how that's going to, how I have to kind of think about my next 3 months, because as you well know, Scotland's winter's coming very quickly, and we could find that we're in snow soon. So yeah, I'll talk about that in the morning. And potential options I'm doing, but we're going to enjoy the rest of this, you know, the sunset. That's for once we're actually getting to see, and then hopefully the stars are coming out, and hopefully I'm leaving you with some overnight star footage, and then what will be in the morning, as they say. So good night for us at Camp Summit of Ben Vorlich. Night, people. Good morning. For about the first time this year, we're actually getting a sunrise. Lovely. Clouds are coming over though, so it won't be long until it's fighting the cloud. But it's supposed to be another warm day, so when you get warm temperatures like that, it tends to burn through the cloud quite quick. We've got a wee cloud inversion looking down onto Loch Lomond and behind there. But at the moment, anyway, it's not reaching us, but it is moving. So you never know, we might find before we get ready to pack up. That's what we're getting. I can't say we've slept brilliantly, but that's not because of the kit or temperatures or anything like that. There's been something going on over the hills over there. We don't know if it's just a potentially like a training exercise or what, but the Mountain Rescue have been out for hours, helicopters at the lot, so yeah, hopefully if there isn't an exercise and they are looking for someone, hopefully they're alright. Yeah, I've got a star lapse going on last night, so hopefully you've seen that, and hopefully it picked up the meteor showers that we were seeing as well, because that was stunning to see from the eye. I'll have put that up by now, so you'll have either seen that or you haven't. I think it's time to get a coffee and then we can start going about the rest of our day, giving you a proper look at this. This is just amazing. Yeah. We're in no rush to move, so we've just been having a coffee, get some breakfast and probably a second coffee. So like I said, before we went to bed, there's two things I was still going to talk about. Stephen's wee setup. We'll do that as the sun comes up, gives a bit more light. But I thought I'll talk about my streak. So I kind of started in December last year by accident, and that was to do a summit camp above Moffat. So I was on Head Hill, but I'm not counting that because I don't know if you really count that as a true summit, because it's quite close to the car and that, you know. So I'm not going to count that. But from January onwards this year, so it started with Ben Vane, I think it was. I've done at least one summit camp this year. So this is now the 9th month. I think it's like 12 summit camps, maybe 13 I've actually done, because it's been like June and July, for example, we did at least 2 in those months, ticking them off, you know. So, as I said last night, one of the kind of thoughts become is thinking about where to do these summit camps in the winter. I am hoping that we get good snow in Moffat area. I would like to do Whitecombe or Hartfell as one of these last 2 for the month. As I said, I did Lochhead Hill was my February one, and that was one done in thick snow stroke ice. So I'd like to do the other side at Whitecombe if possible, but I'm not, too bothered that way. I do want to have at least one of them to be a snow camp, so could end up being the Cairngorms, and potentially another repeat one like a Ben McDoey. We want to do really nice one to do. I've also been looking at the Dromactor hills. They're nice ones for camping on, and there's a few others. So, but one of my rules I've given myself is to make sure that there's within the 12, they're all 12 separates. So we've had a couple from the lakes. So again, I might end up doing a Lake District one, potentially Helvellyn. I did Helvellyn last year with Josh, remember, and we enjoyed that camp. So if they get the right conditions, again, I would love a winter one there to tick that one off. Then that might be the case. So yeah, there's my streak. Hope you enjoyed the sunrise. It's been amazing. We're just sit, kind of wishing this cloud to come closer to us. The cloud inversion, whether it is or not, but like I say, we're not rushing. We'll get food done. It definitely is. Stephen's saying that it's just coming up, we're catching them. You can see just in front of us. It's actually like a mirror, that, by the way. The wind's nothing down there. It is coming. Yesterday it was about, when I left work, about 8 o'clock, and it was just kind of settling then, so it was quite a late cloud inversion, and it stayed all morning. When I drove up here, I was coming through Glasgow area about 11 o'clock-ish, and it was just in complete darkness with cloud, but it was, you could tell the cloud was a low cloud, and you can see down the valley. That's what we'd be driving into now. So yeah, fingers crossed that keeps moving. To be honest, if it's still there when we get down the road, I might just park up somewhere at the side of Loch Lomond and give us a wee drone footage of the cloud inversion for a bit of bonus anyway, because I do like one of them. They're quite nice. But we'll stop rambling and we'll catch you up in a wee bit.
There are queues to go to the it's all the time, like, you know, at the bottom of it, it's telling people off because people go in flip flops, laces, high heels. It's like, you know, rocks. Yeah, it's like
can't say many real rush to leave the day. As you're seeing by all the footage I've been putting up, it's stunning morning. Despite the cloud coming over, it's still leaving us with some lovely lighting. So just getting a second coffee, and then maybe start thinking of packing up. I'll take a wee wander over to Stephen's tent in a minute, and I'll show you his full setup. Quite a nice wee setup he's got there. And then we've got to get it packed up, I think. Temperatures are rising quite quickly as well, so I think this will be because of the last day we're going to get this this mini wee heat wave, and then let's say as it is September, that might be it for the year in Scotland. Mourning the snow. What a camp, what a brilliant camp. Really enjoyed this one. Nice to be back out in the wee Fort Class MT900 as well. I've not used that much over the last couple of months since getting the MSR. Been kind of sticking with MSR. It's a lovely tent. It's easy to pitch up. Only downside with MSR is its weight. It's 2 and a bit kilo, 2.2 I think it is. Whereas this thing's 1, you know. And even then, like, you know, if you use your trekking poles, like I'll be using the trekking poles on the way down for balance. It takes even more weight off your bag. So it becomes a kind of wee game changer, and it's a wee home from home, this tent for a while now. So yeah, I'll get the second coffee down and then we can start toying with what we're doing. Let's get a little view back down the loch. You can still see the cloud inversion, so like I say, it might still be there by the time we get down, but I thought it should be burnt out by then, and we're another half hour at least before we move, so by the time we get down there, down in the car, maybe 11 o'clock ish, who knows. I'll check back in a bit. So I've been promising the wee setup here, so let's start with the tent. As you see, it's the Hillingberg. How do you say that, Anne? Anjan 2. It's obviously a tunnel tent. Lots of room in there, eh? He's opened up the doors here, but you have a huge vestibule in there. He's got his wee table that you might have seen in like a Paul Mesner video with a big jet boil pot, flex tail, pillar, thermarest. Is that the X-Lite?
X-Lite, that's it.
X-Lite, and then what's your quilt?
B50 quilt.
Nice wee quilt, and then do we set up in it. Obviously, as you know me, one of my first tents was a tunnel tent, the wee Vango. This thing looks about double the size of a Vango. I actually would be happy in that myself. But yeah, very nice indeed, very nice. I think we'll give you one last wee panoramic of the stunner that we've got this morning. Look at that. You can see the cloud inversion is still working. It keeps creasing as it was working its way through Loch Catherine there, and now it's kind of pulling back a bit. And then you look over at the Lomond and it's pretty thick. And then there's a last wee look at Arrochar Alps. Aye, not bad at all. It's obviously the sad part of your camp, especially when you've had a belter of a camp like this, is just getting your kit away. No condensation for us as well, it's a bonus. So it means I don't have to worry about getting the kit dried out when we get home. And seeing as I've got a day off, I'll literally be going home and start a bit of editing, going over some of this footage. I've taken a lot, which I'm sure you guys probably won't see half of what I've taken, but wow, it was a stunning evening. Obviously I'm still hoping to see a good time lapse coming out, but we'll see as we get going. So yeah, just gotta get everything put back in its same order in its bag, and then we're all good to go. And then Stephen's the same. Stephen's pretty much ready, just at the same kind of stage of his pack up to me. On the way down, I'll be keeping one of my poles. Eagle eyes will notice that they're in the backpack on the way up. I tend not to bother with them when I'm doing this type of ones. I wanted to have my hands free, but definitely on the way down, I like to have one for support for the knees. And as you see, bar that, no traces left again, as always, as it should be. So I'll get the backpack on and I'll join you on the route.
I'm going to sign out the video here on what's been a fantastic camping adventure. Brilliant overnighter, some amazing conditions and some fantastic lighting for made from some great photography. Just perfect. I'm sure you'll see Stephen again on my channel at some point. We're going to definitely arrange to catch up again. But for me, Robert at Moffat Mountain Adventures, I'm going to say until the next time, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Leave a message as well. Let me know what you think would be suitable summits to see for the last couple on my streak. But for me, I'm going to say goodbye. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next adventure.